Grrr. Feel me? Welcome back to Sway Reporting Live, y'all. If you've made it to this video, I fucks with you. That means you like the idea that I have trying to bring to y'all, and here I am bringing it. We gonna get right into it. We gonna first off reactions to NBA Finals. I'm gonna do a little bit like a game by game, little analysis, my reaction to it. Game one, the Lebanon game. Yes, his name was not LeBron James. His name was Lebanon the Demon. Why do I call him Lebanon the Demon? Because everything he damn near put up was just about good. The jump shot, the drive to the basket, the handle, the back down game, the face up game, getting his teammates involved. It just felt good. Like everything he was in that zone. He was too deep to get out, but then something happened, and JR happened. Before I even get to JR, I just want to break down why do I feel like that game was it was a very much of a must win, because LeBron walks into Oracle game one. Everybody's like kind of about to see how everybody's gonna play throughout the series, because game ones, I'm not gonna say game ones are a throwaway game, but game ones are a feel out game. So let's just say everybody's gonna be going through the motions. Braun was not going through the motions that game. He was straight to business. The jump shot was just his best part of his game. I believe he hit like 7 or 8 jump shots that night. And we all know when Braun's jump shot is falling, just wrap it up. Good night. Try again next time, because you will not stop him once his jump shot is on fire. That is his one flaw in his game. And that flaw was nowhere to be found. 51-8-8. It went to OT because of one reason. Actually, 3 reasons. I'm going to start off with, I think it was like 10 or 8 seconds left. Braun, top of the key, with little boy Steph on him. In my opinion, I would have went to the rack. But Braun sees a better play. And honestly, this was a better play, no matter how you slice it. George Hill backdoor cut on Clay, and Braun sees it's a wide open layup if he would have got the pass there. But when Braun threw it, Clay yanks him. Foul. All right, now George Hill, we out to the free throw line. He make the first one. All right, Gucci. Feel me? Now it's a tied game. With 4 seconds left. JR. He's on the left side of the free throw line with KD. Braun goes to the top of the key because tie game, just in case they get the ball after the rebound or some shit like that. He misses the second one. JR gets the rebound, and that's all she wrote. And that game was known as the infamous why JR game. Like, what were you doing? What were you on? What you mean you ain't know the score? Like, what? Anyways, it went into OT, but in my opinion, it was too mentally draining. That thing was too mentally draining for Braun and them to come back from, because you saw it all over his face. But of course, that's an excuse. As the best player in the world, you gotta rally your troops. And you feel me? He did a poor job of rallying his troops. He more put them down. But even though they kind of deserved it, it's like, all right, we're still in the game now. On to game 2. That is what I like to call the Steph game. When basically everything that man puts up was basically good. I'm not even talking about his layups. I'm talking about all jump shots. And when I mean jump shots, I mean tray balls. Because Steph is not pulling no midi just because. Cool. That tray ball, he hit a finals record 9 tray balls. And every one of them looked better every time he shot it. It was just one of those days. One of those nights that it was just, you can't guard me. Any slither of space you gave that boy, it was going up, and it was cashy, dollar, water. Just walk back on defense. You feel me? Game 3, it was one of those pride games, I like to say. First game back in Cleveland, down 2-0. Everybody was wilding. Home court, you already know Cleveland plays better on their home court. Braun was getting into it. JR was getting a little bit into it. Kevin Love was doing his thing. Tristan was on the boards, active, all that good shit. The bench was chipping in. But in my opinion, that game missed one thing, and that was, again, the dominance of LeBron James. KD had 43 and 13 rebounds. There was a point in the game where we were up 20 first quarter. When Golden State gets down 20 in the first quarter, you usually got them where you want them. Yes, they can come back easily, but it's just the way a game carries. And that game had KD written all over it for the simple fact that every time Cleveland got a bucket and the crowd went crazy, KD came back, pull up, good. Pull up after pull up after pull up, and you grill my eye. Oh my God. It was just a jump shooting masterpiece, in my opinion. He's too tall, 7 foot wingspan, 7'2" wingspan, whatever the case was. And there was a moment in that game, a career defining moment for KD, and I'm gonna say for LeBron as well. Up 3, Warriors got the ball. Warriors up 3 with the ball. KD walks down the court. He shades to the right side. Braun is shadowing him. All right, cool. What you call it? Steph comes set a little slip screen. LeBron, for whatever reason, switches off KD. And KD's like, word? All right, so now he got Rodney Hood on him. He go back to the left side. Iggy does a nice little slip screen too, but KD does not want the screen. He fakes the screen. As soon as the screen come and JR come on his left side and Rodney Hood on the right side, low key, he just goes right in the middle of them and rises and bang. That's all she wrote. Go home. We up 6. Series over. Bye. You can't guard that man. KD is just a walking 40 points, and he showed that night how easy a walking 40 will be. And game 4 was just game 4. Smoked out the gym by 30. I honestly believe game 1, if the Cleveland Cavaliers were able to win and Braun not fuck up his hand, then it's a whole different series. You up 1, but hey, we're not gonna cry over spilled milk. You feel me? That's done and done. Braun needed to show people that series, and he was on the right track, but he slipped up one too many times. That moment was a come get this moment in game 3. Come get this bucket, come get this fade. That's what I like to call those. And Braun just calmly said, I don't want parts. Game 1, KD didn't want parts of Braun. Game 3, Braun didn't want parts of KD. It's just that simple. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it as a LeBron fan. It's just that. We're going to go right into it. Free agency. PG re-signs OKC. I'm not going to say I saw that coming. I low-key thought he was going to be out of there. But at the same time, it's like, where can you go where you're going to be able to build? And the way PG set up, from my eye test, I don't think he wanted to be with Braun, even though he knows how good of a player he is. He built something with Russ, and I feel like he wants to finish it, so I gotta respect it. LeBron, my guy, we out to LA. Yo, I was not jacking this move. I'm sorry, I'm not jacking it. I'm still low key not jacking it, but my son is there. I'd rather Philly or San Antonio. Philly for the simple fact that him and Ben, it would have turned LeBron into off ball. He wouldn't have to be the primary ball handler where he has to hold the ball 85% of the time like he did on the Cavaliers. Like, that's not, as LeBron gets older, that needs to stop. And it's a double-edged sword when Braun is when everything runs through Braun. Everything cannot run through Braun for the simple fact that he would have to exert a lot of energy on the offensive end, and as you saw this past season, there was little to no defense sometimes from him. I don't think we should trade for Kawhi for the simple fact that he wants to be in LA. I've seen reports about Clippers, and I'm like, you don't want to be in LeBron's shadow, but the Clippers are in the shadow of the Lakers, and LeBron is on the Lakers. Facts. But yeah, I believe LeBron to LA. It's a calm move. He got young boys that can run up and down with him. He's not gonna be the primary ball handler. So that's an experiment that can define his career for sure. DeMarcus Cousins. As the music stops, DeMarcus Cousins is on the Golden State Warriors. Damn. The rich just keep getting richer, as my son Stephen A would say. It's just the report where it said not much teams offered him nothing, I don't believe that, because it's like, why? All right, let me say I don't believe it. I'm going to just say If I were a GM, I'm giving Boogie whatever he wanted, as long as they don't put me too far into debt. You feel me? As an owner, but that man, 25, 12, and 5 assists before the injury. Best big man in the league. Like, why was New Orleans playing trying to give him 2 years, 40 mil? Like, you couldn't give my son some more like that. And the teams that didn't give him some type of offer, y'all are retarded. Now y'all about to see what's the problem that's gonna arise in Golden State for sure. Like, he might not put on that jersey till later in the season, but trust and believe it's a problem everybody will have to deal with. And now Golden State is a problem for the foreseeable future if they weren't already. I don't believe they're gonna re-sign Boogie after this little 1 year thing, but we're about to see one of the best teams to ever step on the court once Boogie put that jersey on. Honestly,